went into law primarily from a sense of wanting to help people.
Our house is now paid off. I don't have to worry about money. I didn't lose our home. And it's big because of Gary.
Gary was our lifeline at that time.
He was on our side.
He was more than a lawyer to me. He was like my friend.
Gary was a warrior for us.
When people come to you in this line of work, it's at the worst time of their life.
I got up and looked out of the window and I saw flames.
It was a cold night and their house burned down. They fortunately were able to escape.
We had absolutely no warning. We were utterly shocked. We took her to the hospital. She never regained consciousness and died the next day.
I couldn't help them deal with the personal loss. What I could help them with is investigate and get answers for them.
Police and fire are on their way to the 401 at the St. Joachim exit.
You need a lawyer who's compassionate, and Gary was compassionate with us.
Four of 66 residents were infected.
There were complaints, there were investigations, but there were never any consequences. The same long history of neglect and not doing their jobs. And it's really a failure of government to step in and do something about it.
There's a small group of long-term care homes that have accounted for the majority of infections and the majority of deaths.
We are so privileged to do the work that we do each and every day. The vulnerable and disadvantaged members of our society are entitled to seek legal redress for wrongs they have endured. The COVID pandemic has had a devastating impact on residents of long-term care facilities and their families. There have been over 4,000 needless deaths. The story of this tragedy needs to be told and fully exposed in a court of law. There needs to be accountability and responsibility of those institutions that have failed us. The residents and their families need and deserve justice. This can never be allowed to happen again. I will work for as long as it takes to ensure that justice is done.